What's going on, guys? Welcome to episode 52 of the Taste Cast, our weekly podcast where we watch things, we talk about things, we react to things, we do a bunch of random shit. My name's Seth.
I'm Chevy.
And I'm Chris.
And a quick reminder to play Knack and Rhyme, both are for free on PlayStation Plus. You can download those, play those, come back at the end of this month for Plus Club. We'll be talking about our impressions of those games. Let us know yours, of course. And our game of the month this month is Ark Survival Evolved. It is a little known game that nobody's played where you are a dude in a world and you build stuff and you fight dinosaurs. It's really fun. We'll be playing that. We got a server for it. So hopefully we can all play together. That'd be awesome. And yeah, it'll be a good time. With every Taste Cast, we typically talk about what we've been playing, but I kind of feel like we've only been playing one thing in this last week. Unless anybody wants to talk about anything else, I think we should probably talk about Monster Hunter. The game finally came out. We've been playing it since launch and been playing it a lot. I think we all have a shitload of hours into the game. I think I'm the only one who's beaten the story, but I know you guys are like, I mean, Chris has more hours than I do into the game, so he's been playing a shitload. You've been playing it when you can.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I figured we can talk about what we think of the game. What are we digging about it? Is there any complaints about it? I'd like to talk about it as a game that has longevity, because I think that's a really interesting topic. So yeah, let's go around the table real fast and talk about our impressions of it. Chevy.
Well, you know, first impressions, obviously, once getting past all the stuff we saw before the game came out, so you know, the intro, opening sequence, stuff like that, and actually getting into the meat of the game. I mean, it feels like a Monster Hunter game just brought to the modern generation, which is great. I absolutely love the way it plays. The game is very streamlined for new and old players, which is great. The depth is still there, so they didn't, as people like to say, cater to Care Bears.
Mm-hmm.
And then
I've actually never heard that, but I get it.
Yeah, the MMO saying.
Okay.
But and for the most part, you know, I have very few complaints about it. I actually have nothing but positive things to say about it.
Well, in fact, one thing I was actually really happy to see is in the beta, I had complained, a lot of people complained about the zoom-in camera thing that happened a lot, it seemed like, in the beta, and it seems like they've cut that back quite a bit, if like mostly.
It seems less intense.
Yeah, I mean, I see it every once in a while, but it doesn't happen like every single, like, I remember I'd be like fighting one dude, it'd zoom in on him, and then someone flying, it'd zoom in on him while I was trying to fight the dude, and then this guy would run away, then when he came back, it'd zoom in on him again. I'd be like, this is a little obnoxious, and they fixed that, so it was really cool to see that transition from beta to game, seeing those improvements.
Yeah, I would say a lot of times too, after you've seen a monster once, it seems like the zoom is more like an over-the-shoulder zoom instead of a full zoom too.
Oh,
like the
no, it was
kind of slightly
really
zooms.
bad before.
Yeah.
It would like leave the fucking map pretty much and go into space.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a great improvement.
Yeah.
I think I've probably played the least out of the three of us. And I know Chris, progression-wise, should be further for his playtime, but he has three characters because he can't ever just pick one.
Well, and I also shotgun the story.
Yeah.
A lot of people were doing a lot of the side stuff. I did quite a bit of it, but I noticed as you go, you start unlocking features of the game. And when that is the case in any game, I like to try and get through it because I want those features. And so I was like, I got to get through this. There's a lot of parts where I could tell some people might kind of take their time, but like I was trying to find the fastest way to get it done just so I could get past it. So in that sense, I got the story pretty quickly.
A lot of the game features are unlocked in the optional quests, though.
Well, sure, but there is stuff in the game that you're not going to get access to unless you beat certain bosses. You're not going to be able to progress past a certain point or whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah, because I mean, I did a lot of the quests or the optional quests too, but yeah.
Yeah.
Is that everything you're gonna say?
I mean, yeah, as far as just general first impression.
Yeah. I'm with you. I fucking love this game. For me, a person who kind of has like ADHD when it comes to video games, I've already sunk in almost 100 hours into the game, which is huge for me. Obviously, I'm digging it. It's the only game I've been playing this week, so that's saying something. Because as you guys know, people who watch the channel regularly, I normally have like 7 games on my list every week, so at the least. So it's pretty nice to just sit and fucking play a game and enjoy it. I'm loving it though. It looks great. Looks great on the PS4 Pro. I'm digging it on there. Plays great. It's someone came into the stream. I think it was Psycho Stream. I don't remember who exactly it was. Somebody came in and asked me how I felt about the game. No, I think it was Zender Zagato. Asked me how I liked the game as opposed to the beta, and obviously I'm gonna like it more. But like I loved the beta when I played it. I was like, wow, this is awesome. This is exactly what I wanted. And then playing the game and just kind of seeing all the systems and all the stuff they've added and everything, I was just like, there's so much game here.
Yeah.
Like if you dig the game the way it plays, this is a AAA full-fledged great fucking Monster Hunter that I'm gonna be sinking hours and hours and hours into. I already know. I can't fathom. I mean, like I said, I'm like 100 hours into the game. I can't fathom me stopping playing this anytime soon. Although Kingdom Come Deliverance comes out soon, so I should probably take like two hours and try it when it comes out. Dynasty Warriors also, I should probably give it about 5 hours and then go right back. But yeah, I'm loving the game. And another thing I'm loving about it too is it's kind of taking me back, and they've always done this to me or for me, but it's taking me back to PSO, PSU, Phantasy Star, Universe, Online, and games like Vindictus. Some of my favorite types of just online experiences are ones where you are in a tight-knit 4-player co-op hub-based experience. I think it's a really fun social way to play games, and it's always fun to just like chill, talk, hang out, and we can play together or play separately and do our things. But there's just like this, just like Warframe, it's a game you can kind of just fucking hang out in.
Yeah.
You don't even have to be, I mean, I could be out just like collecting shit and still be like interacting with friends, stuff like that. It's a game that you can just stay in. It's designed really well in that sense.
Right.
So yeah, I'm loving the game. Really, really enjoying it. Chris.
But yeah, I think you guys covered it really. I'm in love with the game. I mean, it's just nostalgia for me. Coming back to a nice Monster Hunter game after, I mean, Generations was okay, but it's nice to have this full-fledged console game. I do have a few nitpicky things here and there about the game, and they're literally like nitpicks. Like,
Throw them out there.
I tried to do Hunting Horn, and I was disappointed in the fact that there aren't very many variations in the way the horns look. There's maybe 5 or 6 total looks for all of them, for all the horns, and it's very disappointing. So it's very deterring.
And
I would have loved.
You were expecting more?
Yeah, because like a lot of the other Monster Hunters, like there's like a variation of every weapon for every larger monster you fight. And that just doesn't seem to be the case in this one. Weapons tend to change when you fight like the much larger monsters, but the ones you start out fighting, like the Great Jagras, has a set that doesn't alter very much until way later in the game, and then it's minor alterations.
Yeah, I've kind of noticed that it's like every 3 you'll have like a small difference, and then once you go to the area where it's going to change to a different part of the tree, you'll get a pretty big difference. So not quite, but it's at like the end where it's pretty different. Unless you're getting like the rank 8 weapons, those all look rank 8. They look like you worked for them.
Right.
But I think for the bug glaive, it's only like 5 of them that are like that. So
yeah. But other than that, it's a great game. I love it. I love the fact that they removed the barrier between blade armor and gunner armor. It's nice that you don't have to make like 20 versions of every set.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah, how do you guys feel about the streamlining? Because I know there's a shitload of things that are streamlined. I like it quite a bit. But I know there are some purists out there who are not too happy with it. Obviously not a whole lot of them, though, because like most people I know fucking love this game. But I get where they're coming from. You know, there's things that they're probably used to, and they hate to see the game maybe to them seem like it's been made easier. But I think the core concepts are still exactly the same.
I think the game is exactly the same, and the streamlining was literally things that like I can't even fathom missing, like having to have a bunch of whetstones and nets and pickaxes. Like, yeah, I get it. There was the system then. It was a neat idea, but to keep gameplay flowing, it just doesn't make sense. And like, really, do you need to spend the time making those over and over and over again?
And that's something I've been thinking about too, because I was thinking about how you used to have to make whetstones wherever I remember doing it, and then like now you don't have to, which I fucking love because it wasn't fun. But I get there's people out there who kind of like that pacing, like feeling like they worked for something, they prepared for something. People who like to play slow and methodical. But I also think slow and methodical gameplay was lended to Monster Hunter so well because for a long time it was on handheld, and the game already kind of played at a slower pace and is a little more clunkier in the way it played as opposed to how they can make the game play now, that I think it fit the pacing better on a handheld versus a game like this that plays this well. I feel like it's just it gives itself to wanting to streamline the experience, to just make the whole experience, the same pace as the game itself, I guess.
Well, and like I was saying, there was, those kind of things are, I guess you put it a good way, it slows the gameplay down. But I mean, really, at the end of the day, they're not like this huge important thing, because regardless if you have to make them or not, it was something you were going to be doing anyway.
You're still gonna have to stop and sharpen your weapon mid-fight.
At this point, they just took those things, made the gameplay part smoother. You still have to work for your armors. You still have to learn the monsters. You still have to, do all the core things that make Monster Hunter. All they did, I think, was make system stuff make more sense for modern gaming, to be honest. So,
well, I think that's the biggest thing too, is with this jump to a modern console that has more power, I think they also, now that they had the time to kind of reconfigure what is Monster Hunter, we're jumping from the old engine that's been on the handhelds and we're making this whole new thing. What can we do with this new engine to make the experience more, 2018? And I think that's what they did.
Oh yeah.
I feel like if a brand new handheld came out and they're making a brand new engine for that handheld for Monster Hunter, they probably would have done the same thing.
Yeah.
I think just the other one was just kind of building off of that legacy engine
For a long time.
Yeah. And upgrading graphics and textures and mechanics, but there's some things there that are probably going to carry over from the older builds versus now they're like, okay, well, now we're starting fresh. Fucking what can we make better? So, and I'm impatient anyway, so I'm okay with as long as the combat hasn't made easier. I'm very okay with not having to build basic things like that.
Well, and I think there's a tricky balance between streamlining a game and
Making it for casuals.
Yeah, and I think they hit the right balance.
I think they did it perfectly. I think it's right there, a little past over casual, but I mean it is the most accessible I think Monster Hunter has been.
Absolutely.
Well, go ahead.
Yeah, let's get Chris in here.
So, I mean, I'm glad I don't have to carry like 3 versions of every pickaxe, the mega pickaxe and the regular pickaxe. It's nice to have that smooth flow of like out in the wild.
Yeah, I don't miss
get
that.
where the purists are coming from, because it was kind of like an experience of like, just kind of like, it made it more realistic in the fact that you had to carry a certain amount of items to harvest things. But it just streamlines the game so well in a way that's not, like you said, not for casuals, but enough for people to kind of enjoy it. There are a few systems that well, it's nice that they made the blade armor and the gun armor like no longer separate things. I can see where people are upset because there's a lot of armor pieces and sets that no longer really cater towards gunners anymore. It's very few and far in between. Like where before you could have like, the Rathalos set for your sword and board, when you have the Rathalos set that's specialized for guns. It's just not a thing anymore. So I can see where some people are kind of upset with that.
There are some armor sets that do have stats for gunners, but they're not like gunner specific. I know what you're saying for sure. I think the thing they're compensating with that though is with the charms and being able to add your own stats in that sense.
The gems and whatnot.
Yeah, I think that's probably why they didn't do it. But I could see why somebody wouldn't be into that, just because it almost feels like if you were into one particular thing, it might feel like something was taken away from you. So I get that for sure.
Yeah. I don't know. My only nitpicks that I can think of, I would like them to make Expedition something you can join with your party without having to do this weird roundabout way of doing a multiplayer expedition.
Can you not shoot an SOS, though, and have somebody join?
Expedition?
Yeah.
That I don't know.
I feel like you should be able to, because in other missions you can.
All I know is when I looked it up, how to do multiplayer expedition, they said to pick an optional quest in the zone you want to do, knock it out, and then stay, and then you'll be in expedition mode. I just wish you could go up to the door and be like, I'm going in expedition, and then it does the ready up thing again, and people can go also to the the exit of the town or whatever and choose to join you in that expedition. I think that would just be a more streamlined way to do that. Minor gripe, but it would speed that up a little bit, which would be nice. Not that I'm doing expedition that often anyways, but still.
Yeah, I only do them after a quest. I really like another streamlined thing that I really enjoy is obviously I'll go do a quest, and then when I'm done, a lot of times I'm finding myself at first I always went back to the HQ because that's what I was used to doing, but now now is not a good word because I've been doing it for a while now, but I go back to the camp and I'll just either start up another quest right there or I'll go grab shit that I need real fast.
Right.
And it's just a really nice system that helps with the pacing. There's less time I'm going okay, well, I'm just going back to town and running around and grabbing 2 things and then coming all the way fucking back out. I really like that system. But that is something I would like to see them make. It's really weird. That seems like such an oversight. I feel like they didn't do that on purpose.
It does feel like an oversight.
Yeah, they just accidentally forgot to fucking do that because everything else missions with cutscenes, which I think is weird. You can't just also
that's the other one.
Yeah. You can't just queue up and everybody's watching the cutscene or someone wants to skip it. It just tells you there's check marks this person wants to skip and everybody can just do it. I could get behind that, but it's really weird that you can play the mission together, but you have to watch that cutscene first and then bring them in. And it's kind of an odd system. Right. But kind of like what Chris was saying, these are very, very small nitpicks in my opinion. I was saying before, I love
especially
this game.
For how great they did everything else.
Oh yeah.
When you do run into a weird issue like that, you're just kind of okay.
The pros outweigh the cons so exponentially. You can't even really. We're talking about them. I almost want to apologize for even bringing them up because I love the game so much. I'm sorry. I don't want to fucking. But there are things I'd like to see.
No game is flawless.
Sure.
So it's important to acknowledge the faults. It's not like we're bashing the game.
Yeah, well, fucking characters look fucking stupid and the monsters are too easy. And this game's I don't know why I'm from fucking Brooklyn. I feel like over in Jersey they don't get the game. Fucking dinosaurs, man. What the fuck's what's your problem? Anyway, and these are things that they could fix though. So it's not even that big a deal.
For sure.
Right.
So. Anything, any topic you guys want to bring up? Because I got something I want to talk about real fast with it.
Well, I was just gonna say, speaking of them being able to change that, they have already kind of set it up to be a long-term game, and with DLC, free and paid depending on how they do it.
I hope they support the fuck out of this game, and they should.
They
typically do.
This game can essentially just be, it could be a weird example, but it is being compared left and right to Destiny and the Division. So you can have that long-term gameplay there, especially if they continue to support it. And hopefully, I don't want them to just shotgun content because I want them to take their time on it, make it good. I would hate to get some lazy monster fight. But
or some reskinned weapons that just have a slight difference in stats or something like that.
But hopefully often enough that people aren't, getting burnt out. That was a huge problem I ran into in the original Destiny was after doing the content, it was the waiting game. So for the next chunk. So
I do find it weird that their events are kind of like these rolling systems now, whereas before you could download and save and have all the events ready to go.
Right.
Now they have events and they put them up for a week or 2 and then they take them away. I'm not sure how I feel about
they're
that.
Weekly.
Well, that's them doing the whole daily login thing. They're learning from other games. And in that sense, for other games, I don't mind it so much. But for, like you said, they changed that. And I liked the older system in the sense that, if you downloaded the event, it's yours and you got that event and now you can go do it again. But at the same time, I don't mind events that are temporary, only in the sense that, it brings people in to play it. There's an excitement about it. There's people going oh, did you play it? Are you playing it now? It's only going to be around for another 2 days. And then whenever you get from those, there's this sense of I was there for that. It feels like an event. Just like MMOs, just like all that shit. We're all aware of that. But
just like why you logged into Overwatch today.
like bringing that up. But what do you guys think about the login bonus voucher system?
I think the vouchers aren't a great incentive, to be honest, because I could have sworn in the other Monster Hunter games, and I might be wrong, but I thought you got double rewards, and in this you get double Zenny.
Yeah, which I thought was kind of meh.
Yeah,
because if you got double rewards, which would kind of be fucked, because I would just go fight the hardest thing I needed shit from, and that'd be a lot of material you'd be getting.
Well, that's the point of it, though, is like, you're getting one a day, type of thing. I do like the other part, though, where they give you like a free item every day. Like I got a food voucher, which was nice. Or they'll be like, here's 2 honey, or actual materials and stuff like that.
Free bowl of soup, kid.
It's nothing crazy, but you're still getting something that's actually like useful. And not to say that the vouchers aren't useful, because the part in the game where you're at, I'm sure money matters a lot more.
And it gets a little tight.
But
every time I buy any piece of armor, I'm like, oh, my money went away a little bit. I need to start rebuilding that before the economy crashes. Yeah, that's probably the better way I could have asked that question is it a good enough incentive to make you need to log in every day? Because, like, for instance, not to be saying, this game's better, blah, 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 but, like, I think Fortnite has a pretty good incentive for logins because...
And Warframe.
Because they give you random stuff that could be, cool or whatever, but sometimes they give you something really fucking cool.
And they have checkpoints.
And they got checkpoints, really cool
Warframe,
systems.
Yeah.
I'd almost like to see something like that in this. They don't need to change it too much because it's only something, it's whatever. Like, I'll take the extras but if they were to every once in a while, like, 20 days logged in, 50, 100, you get like, some fucking Rathalos plus materials, or like, I don't know, special armor that's you only get for logging in. Could like a piece at a time.
Could just be a skin for something too.
Yeah, or a skin. Yeah. A skin would be cool. Like, there's some stuff they could definitely do with it. But I overall think it's a pretty cool system. I just I think they could do it in a way that would make me go, shit, I gotta log into Monster Hunter today for that login bonus. Even though I'm just going, shit, I need to play Monster Hunter, and I run home and fucking just play it. So I'm doing it anyway.
One system I do like that they added, because I know originally we were concerned with the beta with the password system.
Oh yeah,
being the multiplayer.
I learned to love that system,
and it is still in there technically. Though you have to look for it now. Yeah. I do love the variations of how you can play the game. When you can either play it offline mode where you're by yourself. You can play it in online mode, public lobby, private lobby, and then at the very bottom, it's got the squad lobby, which is, I think, such a great feature, because you can literally just go down to that, and if none of your friends are playing, you create that squad lobby then, and then anyone else who hops on instantly shows up in your lobby, and only squad members can join it.
Which, quick shout out, we have a squad. If you guys are on PS4, you guys should join it. Be pretty cool, because then you guys can do that, and we can all just hang out.
They have to play with you to join.
I know.
You
so
have to invite us.
I know. So I already invited you.
What is that face?
I haven't invited you? You're on there.
Different character.
You've invited two of 3 of his characters.
There's 2. I got 2 of you on there already? And you're sitting here shaking your head at me?
Mm-hmm.
That's 2 out of 3. That's more than half.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Not good enough.
What happens if we fill up the thing and half of that number is just your characters?
That won't happen.
10? He's got 10 out of 50?
He's just gonna make new PSNs to make more characters.
By that fucking maybe. I don't fucking know. He'll have 1/5 of the shares. He'll be able to make decisions.
Yeah.
In that game, he'll take over the channel. It's like, I'm now chairman of Taste Loot Gaming because I own all the shares in I own all the chairs in fucking Monster Hunter.
I don't think any of this works that way.
Maybe. I'm a paranoid person. But yeah, that system's really cool. We never hang out in there though. That's something that actually got brought up. I think Almexi and a couple of people were mentioning it, saying that the hub is cool, but no one ever feels inclined to go there, including myself.
Well, I don't mean that. I just mean the lobby in general.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I'm talking now into that system.
Oh yeah,
hang out with your squad. Hub. most people, I mean, there's no reason to go there. I wish there were some cool incentives to go there.
One quick fix, because everything is there except for the Forge. They put the Forge in there.
Oh, yeah.
There'd be a reason to stay there.
That's
Yeah.
also where you go to get your arena quests. That's the only place to get them.
What?
The arena? Not when you capture a monster.
Oh,
but in
okay.
the
I was like, what are you
arena,
talking
there's
about?
actual quests called arena quests where they
Yeah.
give you a set amount of gear that you can choose from. That's the only place to take those quests.
Mm-hmm. Which I think are more designed for parties anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And it might
sense.
be just that later on they have, because we're in high rank now, there might be another rank above that requires you to go up there to take all the quests from there.
Now that reminds me too. There's a RX Gaming video that's talking about G rank, and I thought he said it was in the game already, but then somebody's telling me that's not in the game, but they're going to add it. So does anybody know a definitive answer for that? No. I'm sure we could have just Googled it, but like I'm fucking spitballing here. Unless we find out now, let us know in the comments what you know about that, because I don't know about it. I'm only in high rank, and I'm looking to G rank, baby.
I'm barely in high rank.
Did you get into it?
Yeah, I have to do the Wrath. I have to find the pink Rathian still.
Oh, Pinky. I fuck up Pinky every time I see Pinky.
Spoiler.
Pink Lady.
This game's not really a.
Well, he was a very enthusiastic about saying that.
I will say I never really feel bad about talking about this game because like a lot of it, like people are expecting already anyway, and like it's all more so about that progression forward and not so much like holy shit, I'm so surprised that this monster exists. I mean, I wasn't planning for that. I'd see a guy, I'm like, oh shit, I gotta fight you, and then I'd fight him, like, ugh, and then I'd go to the next guy, I'm like, oh, I gotta fight you. But so adding a forge would help. What else do you think would help get people into the hub?
Maybe starting off by loading there.
Yeah,
maybe.
It sounds like a weird one, but I mean,
Even if you like join the squad session or whatever, it kind of makes sense to just put you in there.
sure. And then maybe, by doing that, people would just be in there more often anyways, because the only reason like you really go back to town at any point is to hit up all the vendors and stuff like that. If the fucking Forge, Jesus, my brain is not working right now.
Yeah.
Was in the multiplayer, hub part, and you were instantly logged into that part, I don't think people would have as much of incentive to leave it.
Yeah.
So,
Like even with like the food, they have that animation of the palico that flies up the fucking what are those things
chute?
called? Yeah, and comes running out, almost knocking shit over. And then like when you're sitting there just drinking your fucking chug, you'll see them like scurrying around behind boxes and then running over, and like the thing will drop and they almost throw their shit because for some reason palicos are always almost dying with everything that they do.
constant state of
When they're
chaos.
stirring the soup, he's almost falling in and shit. I'm like, you guys need to fucking live life a little more careful. But yeah, so like they could add like some kind of like ear horn thing, and you could like yell down it and fucking have the options to like whatever you needed to do down there could be on that thing. I mean, the game's so ridiculous, it wouldn't be that much of a stretch. Just have the person's face pop up like you're talking to them.
Right.
So, or what about some kind of like hangout in their incentive, like a squad level?
What, like
like a guild level.
Guild
like
house.
Warcraft.
Yeah.
God.
You guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, for sure. Especially if you were able to like decorate and stuff like that.
That'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
If you could
Yeah.
decorate that area.
It also give you more things to craft and more reasons to go out and hunt the monsters. So,
All right, next question. Who is the easiest monster to kill in your opinion? Who's the hardest one that you fought so far? And what is your favorite weapon? I know Chevy's probably been playing pretty much one. I've played a couple, but it's pretty easy to tell which one's my favorite. But Chris has been he's playing 3 characters. He's going to be playing 10 soon. So fucking, who knows? Because I thought he's going to be playing the bagpipes, but he's been running around with his fucking glow sticks in his rave suit lately.
I have a semi answer for the G rank thing, by the way.
Okay.
So the developers said they want to concentrate on rolling out DLC and supporting the game before they introduced G-Rank. Capcom separately had said that their plan was to put G-Rank in a separate game.
I don't know if I like
and the
that.
example they gave was Monster
Destiny
Hunter
2.
World Ultimate Edition.
You're gonna make us buy another game.
However, the devs didn't necessarily say that. They said that they were looking into it, but they wanted. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that's just fucked because I'll buy it, and that's them taking advantage of me.
Right.
Because I bought your fucking game twice, guys. I own it twice on PS4. I have a digital and physical. Because I'm lazy and I don't want to put the disc in. But I want the physical copy. I also was waiting for my PS4 Pro, and I fucking just bought it digitally because I couldn't wait anymore.
I don't know. I really hope it's an update later or something.
Rolling out G-Rank later would actually be kind of cool too, because it'll do what a lot of games actually do when they roll out new difficulties later in the game. Is like people are going to be playing it right now, and they're going to be getting really far into it. And then when they're starting to get kind of like not necessarily done with the game, but they're starting to feel like they're getting to the end of things, G-Rank will come out, and it's almost like new game plus, and you'll be starting up again and playing again. So it'll be a good putting life into the game again, I guess.
Right.
When it pops out.
I don't know. I like, they were kind of saying they want to make sure that they have the support and stuff like that going. I appreciate that they want to make sure that the content they have and the content that is coming out soon is good and
make Ryu good.
I'm not even sure where I'm going with that now. But before they release another difficulty where they have to make the monsters even harder at that point. So
and retool all stats and shit.
Yeah, it just might be better for them to make sure, especially if they're going to be introducing new monsters, which they said they are going to get it right before they increase difficulty. So,
okay, who's the easiest monster? Probably Great Jagras. That was a really dumb question. Who's your favorite monster? Who's some of your favorite monsters that you fought? I really like Tobikadachi. I think he's a pretty neat one. And hardest one and weapon. We're trying to deep dive into Chris's where he's swaying. Which weapon is he digging?
Well, it's not a weapon I'm actually using. I try to use a different weapon in every Monster Hunter game just to kind of give variety to myself. But my favorite weapon, ever since it came out, is the Charge Blade. I love that thing.
And in this one, you're still digging it? Have you tried it? I know you say.
Tried it.
Yeah.
I tempted to. I'm not gonna lie.
It's cool. Everybody loves the Charge Blade. It's an awesome weapon, though. I actually was really surprised I used the Lance on accident because Josh is a dickhead. And fucking, I was playing the game, and I let him play for a little bit while I went and did something. When I came back, I was loading into whatever mission I was doing, and all of a sudden I just had the Lance. And I was like, why the fuck do I have this? He's like, oh. He's like, you should have changed it. I'm like, you fucking changed it. He's like, no, I didn't. He's like, I gotta use it. So I was like, I don't know how the hell to use this. Normally I'm just fucking flopping around in the fucking air like a wobbly helicopter and just hitting shit that moves. But now I'm like fucking walking like a goddamn tank. And at first I hated it, but like I kind of dug it. I kind of want to build the Lance now, just because because your mobility is not there. Obviously, anybody's played the game knows, but like that being able to block shit and then like get hard hits in is really cool. I actually kind of the game's so good about having every weapon feel viable and good. There's a few weapons I'm not really into. My favorite weapon absolutely is the Bug Glaive. I'm loving it. It's I feel like it's unfair sometimes, so I'm just kind of soaring in the sky, taking in the sights and stuff, and then every once in a while I'll look down as I'm spinning around, and there's people down there just fucking on fire, screaming and throwing flash bombs and shit, and fucking there's screaming Anjanaths and dragons flying around, and I'm just like just kind of flopping around everywhere. But yeah, I love the mobility. I love being able to shoot the bug and have all the benefits of that, and it's just there's a lot of weapons in that game that have a lot of utility use, which I'm always a fan of. The simple ones I kind of stray away from, like the daggers. I dig them, but they get boring for me. So weapons you are using. What's your favorite right now? The glow sticks.
The glow sticks are fun, but I think I'm still partial to the bow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I wish you'd use the fucking whoa, 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 whoa.
I would if they had variations in the way it looks, but I don't want to have 20 bagpipes that look the same.
Yeah, it makes sense. I played actually when I was streaming. I played with the dude that's using it, and I was like, wow, I haven't fucking really seen a whole lot of people using this thing, and it was awesome. He was buffing us constantly, and I was like, if only we had one of these guys. Where's Rob at? He's waiting for it to come out on PC.
Probably.
I'm probably gonna buy it on PC anyway. So
I thought about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have copies on all consoles.
You'd be able to play with everybody then.
Yeah. Jeremy was saying if I was on Xbox, be able to help me out. And first off, I appreciate Jeremy, but I don't know if I necessarily need the help. But I'd love to play with you. So, yeah, maybe I'll get on Xbox. I'm not sure. But that's a lot of fucking 90 hours I got to put back into it to get back where I'm at.
Plus buying Xbox Live.
Oh, I have those. I got those fucking like 3-month Xbox Live things for like $6 a piece.
Right.
I'm fine on that. Yeah, I don't even use my Xbox, but I was like, oh, that's a good deal. So I bought a bunch of them. They're sitting in my drawer. I haven't even used them. I'm like, I'm not activating these. I'm not playing this thing right now. But so I just have a drawer full of Xbox Live things. But the other problem is like I don't have equipment to stream on Xbox, so that's probably one of the reasons I haven't really done it. I tried it once with Forza Horizon, and yeah, it's not worth talking about. Fuck this, Jeremy. I might see on Xbox, maybe not, but PC. I'm thinking about it. I'd like to see what it looks like on there.
Yeah.
But yeah, Bugglaive. Digging the other weapons. I don't know what that means. I thought I was gonna go into the game playing with the heavy bowgun.
Yes.
Yeah. That's all that came to mind. Just fucking
the goddamn machine gun.
Just unloading a fucking dragons with a fucking heavy machine gun. But yeah, I played most of this game solo, and I just kind of realized I wasn't enjoying using it by myself, but I did keep building on it. So if I play with people, I might switch over to it eventually. Chevy.
So okay, what's the question now?
The weapon. We'll go into that first. We'll talk about monsters in a sec.
My favorite?
Yeah,
longsword.
Yeah. Have you tried anything else?
Well, a little bit in the full game. I tried a bunch during the beta, so I have tried the actual bow in the full game, and I actually think it's a lot of fun. I would like to use it, but once again, that's something I would prefer to play in a multiplayer setting. I also want to try some of the heavier weapons because I want to try, specifically, I think I want to try the hammer out. Just because it's so not my play style, and I don't usually use blunt weapons in games, so I just kind of want to like throw myself at that and see if I can perhaps enjoy it. So, but yeah, longsword for sure. I love the nice balance between damage, reach, and mobility. You kind of get a little bit of all of it, but you're not never really great at any of them. And they added a couple neat moves. I don't use them too often. Specifically, I don't use the triangle plus circle. You kind of do this hit and dodge away move. I don't use it very often.
I never use those in any games where there's a move where you hit and dodge.
Yeah.
So I'll dodge on my own, motherfucker.
And there's another move where after a hit, and it doesn't matter what kind of hit, if you hit R2 and I believe it's triangle, it might be circle, I can't remember now, but you'll step back, hold your sword back for a second, and then rush back in and hit.
R2 and circle.
Yeah. But I don't hardly ever use that either because it takes away from your gauge. So, at least
I like the move where the aliens take you and then they bring you back. It doesn't seem like you've been gone for very long because they're interdimensional beings, but you've been gone for probably fucking hundreds of years. But you come back and you go whooshing, you fucking cut out
the jumping move.
Yeah, because you guys probably thought I was talking about a different game.
I just thought you were going on a tangent. So
I mean, in a sense, I was, because I'm up there. I got a lot of time to think when I'm floating around in the clouds, and I'm fucking swinging and shit. Every once in a while, I'll see you go whew, up in there. I'm like, okay, and then fucking I see that, whooshing, I'm like, that's pretty cool. And then I just go back to just chilling in my hammock.
yeah, that moves. So I'm sure everyone who's watching this knows, but in case you don't, like when you're fighting with the longsword, you're building up a bar. When it's full, or about 75% full, you can start hitting R2 and you start doing your spirit blade combo. And the only hit that matters really is the last hit. You want the damage, obviously, from every hit, but the last hit gives a outline to your bar. The first one's 5% damage increase. The second one is 10%, and the third one is 20%. That jump move requires one of those, but also takes one away. So it's really good for cutting tails off, though.
Dude, fucking my bug glaive right now, I don't know what the hell's going on with it, but ever since I got the one with the fucking, I sound like an idiot right now, but like the blue fucking sharpness and all this shit, and I got my attack level to like level 6. Fucking, if I start hitting someone in the tail a couple times, that thing flies the fuck off quick. I love it. I'll go right into a fight. I'm like, start fucking hacking at the tail. And they're like, the fight just started. Like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, get your goddamn tail, dude. And it goes, whoo, and then it flies off looking like a fucking shrimp over there. And I run over there and start getting in it. And the guy's just like, what the fuck? And then we fight. I feel like I'm like running up and grabbing someone's purse. And they're trying to fucking pull it back. And I'm like, I want it. But now it's easier because I got that level 6 fucking strength on pulling that purse.
Indeed.
I think you'll like the mace. It's got, although it seems slow and cumbersome, it actually has a nice rhythm to it of how you're using it. And I think you'll really enjoy like the really hard hits you get, especially when you hit the monster in the head, because you stun them so much. It's just so nice to just be like, bam, and then the thing just kind of goes, ugh, am I?
Is it called a mace or hammer?
It's a hammer, I believe.
Yeah, I think it's hammer.
Okay, because like, and I know that it's been in the games or whatever, but like, I've been playing the game. It's been a blur or whatever, just a lot of spinning and hitting shit, and I kind of just forgot what weapons are in the game for the most part. And Josh was talking about the game the other day. He's like, "Oh, I was using the hammer." I was like, my head just comes up from my phone. I look at him like, "There's a hammer." And he's like, "Yeah, I was using the hammer." I'm like, "What the fuck?" And I thought, I'm like, "Oh yeah, there is a hammer."
Yeah.
Well, I was like, how many fucking weapons are in this goddamn game? A lot.
It's funny because even in the amount of time I've played, I've only been able to like hit the monster over, like off their balance, like 2-3 times with the longsword. And I know like the heavier weapons, like the was it the great sword and the hammer, because they hit so much harder, you get that effect a little more often. So I think the only time I ever get it is like they're trying to climb up a wall and I'm like, bam, like that's about it.
Got a new bug from Bug Glaive. Looks like a white moth. It's pretty neat. Before I had a ladybug, and it was cool too, but I'd fucking shoot it off and it'd just be like, yeah, all right. And it just like would fly over there real slow, smoking a cigarette, and just like fucking spit on the side of the dinosaur. And it'd be like, ah, and do like 9 damage. And then just come back and I'm like, all right, like, you done? It's like, yeah, all right. And it's like gets back on my arm. And like this like new one, the white one, before I even point my arm, it's like, boo, and just goes da 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 da, and starts fucking hitting it and shit. I'm like, where the hell's this guy been? This guy works hard. This guy's working hard for the fucking money.
You gotta look at their stats. Go with the one that has
Oh,
highest
believe
speed.
me, after hanging out with the ladybug and all that fucking secondhand smoke, I started looking at the stats and I saw fucking level 0 fucking nicotine and level like 3 or 4 fucking speed. And that thing is all over the place. It's like a goddamn jet.
Yep.
I'll never go back to ladybug. I appreciate
really
the
harsh.
fucking the journeys we've had, but it's not worth it, man. Not worth the frustration. All right, hardest monster you fought so far. Which one did you fight and you're like, God damn it. Doesn't mean they suck at the game. Just like, which one did you fucking, or which one do you not like to fight? I was bitching about Basil Juice. I don't necessarily think he's hard. I just fucking hate fighting him. Because he's just like constantly just shitting everywhere. You hit him, he backs up, he just drops his eggs. Fuck, he flies away and drops those things. Like, he's so annoying.
Yeah, I haven't fought him yet.
Spoiler
My
alert.
favorite and my least favorite to fight, like my favorite as far as like a monster goes, is the Kieran.
That
I love the
armor.
looks. I love the armor. I hate fighting that thing because it just runs. It doesn't run. It gallops majestically, constantly back and forth across the map. Constantly.
And does a
And
little booty fucking side skip thing up the walls with its hooves. I just watched. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, when we were fighting it the other night, I watched it run up the wall. I was like, yeah, fucking right.
Dude. Most of the I'll see some of the monsters and they start looking up. I'm like, you're not getting up there, and it jumps. I'm like, oh, okay, it got up there. That thing didn't have time. It was like we're fighting
It
it.
literally just goes like this.
That's what I'm saying. Like we're in the middle of fighting it. All of a sudden, it's up the wall. I'm like, what the dude? What the hell? It's just like bye. It didn't even like stop and go. Wow! It's like it's just middle fighting, and it's like okay, bye guys.
I literally ran up 4 or 5 different vine, things to go heal, and the moment my lips hit the thing, all of a sudden I was like, bam! I was like, how the fuck did you catch up to me already?
Dude, I'd be like walking off like 100 feet away, like down some fucking random alleyway, and all of a sudden lightning go. Ugh! I'm like, okay, all right, I get it, dude. I get it. You got lightning. We get it.
he seems to enrage a lot too, which is really annoying.
Constantly.
Yeah, he's pissed all the time. He's a fucking chill.
He's probably, for me, has been the hardest and the most annoying to fight as well.
See, I got lucky because I didn't fight him until fucking way later. Me and Chris fought him, and like I was beyond what I should have been when I first fought him. And we didn't have an issue. It just took longer than I would have liked. I started getting impatient. I'm like, when's this guy gonna die? Because we're chasing him all over the fucking mountains, man. He's goddamn all over the fucking alpines, man.
Yeah, you get a couple solid hits and he runs.
Yeah.
So
I mean, he went up to like where Legiana likes to go and fucking die. And I was like, okay, we got him. And then he's like, nope. And he's like left. And then later came right back up. I'm like, dude.
The fight is more difficult because he isn't affected by flash bombs. He isn't affected by any traps whatsoever. So it's hard to like kind of slow him down. You just gotta try to keep up with him.
Yeah, my dumb ass fucking we get in there, we're fighting him wherever, and I'm not like, well, I need to use this trap to fucking best him. I was just like, fuck you, and I shot a thing at him, nothing happened. I'm like I literally watched it go right through him. Chris was like, oh yeah, this doesn't work on him. I'm like, okay. And I started doing some other shit. He's like, that doesn't work on him either. I'm like, the fuck does? And really nothing.
your weapon.
Yeah, hit it in the face. Walk up and punch it in its fucking face as hard as you can.
Even then, when it's enraged, the blue shark would have a chance easily bounce off of it because of it.
Dude, my shit was in
Just
green. I was
sharpen.
bouncing off. I was getting pissed.
Bink. Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's frustrating. Not too enjoyable to fight against. So and the only reason it was hard for me is I don't know what changed in between when I switched a couple armor pieces out. We did it twice, and both times, even lightning resist and no lightning resist didn't matter. He'd hit me, and I would lose like 60 to 80% of my health in a hit, which I don't fucking get.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't have to deal with that. I was like on his back too, and he's like a lot smaller than almost all the monsters. So I look cramped up there. I'm just like this huge dude in armor, and he's just like bouncing around, looking like Legolas and shit, like fucking prancing around. And then fucking when you roll on him, I'd roll like 1 foot up his back and go. I'm like closer to his head, and then I'd roll back to his ass and start stabbing him. I'm like, this is awkward for both of us. We both look stupid. So Kieran is annoying,
Yes.
I'd say. It's funny because for a long time, Anjanath, I'd fight all the later fucking monsters. And it's like, whatever, man. I get it. They jump around a lot. They hit pretty hard. Whatever. I can handle it. But Anjanath, especially when I played with random people, by myself, it's just a longer fight earlier on in the game. But anytime I play like random people, they'd be dying left and fucking right. It became one of the fucking most annoying monsters to have to go fight if I chose to play with people and try and speed it up, which didn't, because people would just be fighting and then it'd fucking do the shotgun blast thing and kill them in one shot, and like no matter who I was with, they would just keep dying. I'm like, get the hell away from it, man.
I think it was last night I hopped on and kind of checked the SOS stuff because I haven't participated in one yet, and I probably should, just to I don't know if there's anything you get for that or whatever, but it's also good to just help other people from time to time. And I noticed that most of them were
Chris does not
Anjanaths.
agree. Probably, yeah.
It's
Especially for
crazy.
earlier level people, they probably don't want to fucking fight him.
Well, it's funny because I also I was on a Reddit post and they were talking about like skill checks in that game, and Anjanath's like one of the first skill checks you kind of run into. And then the next big one I think they brought up was Diablos was a pretty big skill check for people.
That's pretty much the benchmarks, man. Because especially with the bug glaive, like I said, a lot of it feels really relaxing. There's a zen-like quality. I put on a podcast, I listen to it. I'm just kind of floating in the air, and eventually a tail flies off, and I go and grab that, and then there's some screaming, and then it dies.
I say I spend so much time rolling, it's stupid.
Or I'm not doing that at all. Like every once in a while, I get reminded, like, oh yeah, people have to actually be down there, like fighting the fucking thing and trying not to get hit. Anjanath is like actually one of the only monsters earlier in the game though that actually would hit me in the air, which is weird because like Rathalos, Rathian, never had issues with them because I can just bounce between their wings, and the whole time there's like man, like shooting fire everywhere. But they're not shooting at me, they're shooting it, and they're just pissed the whole time. But like Anjanath, I'll be like flipping in the air, and he'll like just leap into the fucking air with his like bicycle kick and crack me in the head, and then shoot his fucking fire at my ass. So he's pretty formidable. Yeah, him and then Diablos. Diablos is also a dickhead.
Yeah,
always been dickhead, but fucking he is legit an asshole. He shows up and it just gets rowdy.
I think that fight is fun though, which is nice for being and same with Anjanath. I think both those fights are actually fun. Obviously, I can see the frustration in getting stuck in positions where it's not your I don't mind the
fight. It's just like fucking and I need to not be as judgmental because I know there's a lot of new people to this game, and I'm not being a good like veteran of the series or somebody who has a channel who talks about this game a lot and trying to get like a community of people talking about it. I shouldn't be going like, well, these people fucking suck. It's frustrating, constantly failing a mission because people aren't, watching out. That's my fault though. I should be playing with people I know or something.
Well, it's like, last night I was getting frustrated with myself because like I had fought, Kieran long enough that I knew how to dodge his stuff, and sometimes I'd literally like it'd start and I'd roll the wrong direction, and as soon as I was doing it, I was like, God damn it. So, which just made me mess up more and more and more. So it was time for me to stop playing after that fight.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go into details because I realize, I'm at the end of the game and there's people who are watching who might not be putting as much time into the game, but there's like 4 guys towards the end of the game that are all supposed to be pretty tough. But Kushula Deora, that one I had a fucking problem with. Just because it was shooting tornadoes up my ass, and that was really annoying. Beat it, but it was a little rough. The one after that, though, was not as hard at all, and the one after that's not as hard. But then the last dude, who I'll just say it, the last dude, really cool spectacle fight. It's really neat visually, but it goes on for a long time, and I don't want to do it again, but I have to build a really cool bug glaive that I want. So I'm going to have to do it. Although, luckily, I got most of his parts that first fight. Nice. So I think I'll be able to build that right after I beat him the next time. But it's one of those things, kind of like, Zora Magdaros, where, like, after you beat him, he comes back, like, randomly, and then you have the opportunity to fight him. So I have to wait on that. But here's a bitch. Chris, any guys? You already said Kieran is your favorite and also most annoying. Is there anybody else that just grinds your gears, or at least is
No.
Just Kieran?
Problem with I mean, just the fact that it's just tiny and runs all over the place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Kieran didn't bother me. I mean,
I have all its gear, so
yeah, for sure. Well, yeah, that's me too. Like I
don't need it.
Yeah, obviously we're talking about beyond this, but like fucking early on in the game, before you even get the mission to fight Legiana, it's not telling you to do anything with Legiana. Doesn't even mention her name anywhere. I always say her when I talk about Legiana. Everything else I'm like him. It's weird. But I like when I first got there, I saw her and I was like, I'm gonna kill that, and I fought it and I killed it. and I got some stuff, and I just farmed the shit out of it constantly. And then I did the rest of the stuff in that area, and then I went to the next story mission, and they're like, it shows Legiana or whatever. They're like, oh my god, it's Legiana. You know, she's elegant, whatever. And then they're like, you need to be very careful in this fight. And I'm just like decked out in all of her armor with her weapon. My cat's dressed like her. I'm like, I think I'll be good. I'm fine.
We've met.
Yeah, this is nothing new. I mean, I can pretend like I'll be surprised. Whoa, look at you.
Oh no.
You just walk up all decked out, look at her, you're like, whatever will we do?
Yeah, I think we've covered a lot there, though. Anything else you guys want to add to that?
I wish my armor looked cooler.
Yeah, you're getting the short end of the stick.
I look awful, man. Because I'm
Just
going...
like Clifford.
Huh?
The Clifford set. That's
I'm
what
wearing
you
3
wear.
pieces of that, yeah. And yeah, the bone chest still, you know, except for now it's the beta version or whatever. And then what's the helmet I'm wearing? The Vespoid helmet. Yeah, no, I look stupid.
Vespoid outfit looks like straight up fucking Halloween outfit.
But
Or wait, no, the Vespoid one's the one that looks like Bloodborne, right?
No.
No, okay.
That's
Yeah,
why the Bucks.
yeah. Because one of them, you look like Count Dracula, at least for dudes. He has
The
like this
Gyro
weird,
set?
weird V bat thing on his chest and stuff. It looks ridiculous.
I haven't killed him yet.
Oh.
Yeah, you look like fucking Nosferatu.
I want to make sure you look like a plague doctor.
Yep. Yeah, that
The
one's cool
Gyros.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, you need to go back and kill him because I haven't done it yet.
There's a Palico head helmet that I really want to build because it's really creepy. You put it on, it looks just like a Palico. Like it might as well be, but the eyes aren't moving. So it's just like, you look like you're just a dude at fucking Disneyland.
Oh, yeah. I want to dress my cat in the little Grim
Exactly.
Reaper outfit.
Yeah, I have that one. Yeah, I have mine dressed up like fucking Xenojiva, or whatever the hell it's called. It looks like a goddamn banshee. It just looks like it has a flowing gown in the wind. It's creepy. And it's got like a little red eye. It's pretty cool. It sucks though. There's cooler looking ones, but the stats aren't as good. So
That's the whole reason I can't stop using the Bond hammer for the cat because I like the sleep effect.
yeah. Although I think mine did that too with my set because I was fighting something recently and all of a sudden they just went to sleep. I was like, do you do that? I looked at my Palico and just fucking,
It's like, I don't even know why I'm here right now.
I don't know what the fuck's happening, dude. You got me dressed up like a goddamn ghoul. I didn't ask for this. I got some catnip back at the fucking house. That's what I want to be doing. This is stupid. Why you got me out here in the fucking Highlands fighting goddamn dragons? Do normal people take their cats out and fight fucking monsters? No. Take your dog.
Did we lose Chris?
I'm still here.
No video.
I mean,
It's very flattering.
it's a good picture, though.
I can see that. I can see that.
Okay, so obviously this game is so fucking good. I feel like we could probably keep talking about it because this last hour went by a lot faster than I thought it would. So is there anything else you guys want to throw out there about the game? Anything you want to say to the community about it? Anything at all?
If you're coming across this video and you've been thinking about getting the game, been on the fence or whatever, I can't recommend it enough. It's good for beginners. It's good for old-time players. And, people, I imagine, for the most part, are going to be completely willing to help you. Anytime,
people are more than willing.
So anytime you put an SOS out, people show up. So, yeah.
Except for when I was fighting Val Hazak, and I was like, I don't want to fight this fucking dude. He's annoying. So maybe I can get some cool people and just carry my ass through it like a fucking bitch.
You give the game another week or two, and people will have the same amount of playtime you have in it, though.
And I shot the fucker off, and I waited for like 15 minutes, and then finally one dude just showed up. He ran in there and died. I was like, I'm out of here. So yeah, I agree. Yeah, pick it up. I know a couple of people who are on the fence. I've had people hit me up. I've had quite a few people actually ask me if the game's worth it. Absolutely. And that's actually something that I forgot to talk about. Fucking, it's being talked about from like GameSpot and a couple other people saying essentially that this game is doing what Destiny 2, Destiny, and The Division are trying to do better than them. And it's not even trying to be that kind of game. It's literally how Monster Hunter always has been. But Monster Hunter has always been that faux MMO hub-based game like PSO, PSU, Vindictus, games like that. So it's right at home. It's part of the genre that's pretty much helped establish. So games like The Division and Destiny 2 are dipping their fucking toes in its pool, but doing it shitty. Yeah. So it's just amazing to me that and Japan's been doing it a lot lately, man. They're fucking pumping out these games that are just so full of value for $60. It makes me feel like I'm not getting fucked over. They're not trying to get something from me, and it's really awesome because I keep talking about the time investments game, but like I'm playing this game and I'm still planning on playing it, and at no point do I feel like they're trying to get me buy loot boxes or fucking trying to sweeten up, the thought of the DLCs. Are you gonna buy them? They're coming out. Like, it's just like a full ass game with content, and it's really fucking awesome. And that's why I'm saying, like, if you're thinking about picking up this game, do it. I mean, this is a full-fledged big game, full of stuff to do, great community, a lot of people playing it. I mean, it's the total fucking package. I think it's probably one of the best games that's come out in years. And I mean, last year was full of great games. So I mean, this game is just continuing that cycle of just great games. So I'm really, really fucking loving it.
I was gonna say, like, Final Fantasy 15, I put 60 plus hours in. Persona 5, I've put over 60 hours in, and now Monster Hunter, I'm probably around the 60-hour mark, and I'm sure it'll go beyond. So yeah, all Japanese games.
Yeah, it's crazy. Chris, anything else you want to say on it?
Just get it. It's a great game, and I think more people should support it.
Definitely. Buy 2 copies for your PS4, so you don't have to put the disc in. It's a real good system. Yeah. So let us know in the comments everything and anything you have on your mind when it comes to Monster Hunter. Obviously, this was a full-on discussion. Let's continue it in the comments. What are you digging about the game? What weapons are you digging? What monsters are annoying? What monsters are awesome?
If you got a lot to say about it, you can also come drop by our Discord. So
yeah, we have a Discord. I forgot to mention that in the beginning. I need to start remembering that. Come join us. So far, Almexai is the only guy who's come and hung out with us, but we sat around all day and just talked about a bunch of random shit. It was really fun. So if you guys want to come join the conversation that will go on after the fucking show, we're there. I mean, we're there right now. Got on our phones, stuff like that. So drop pictures in there. We got different sections, and definitely there's a Monster Hunter section. So, and that's probably where we've been hanging out the most. So yeah, definitely join it. Yeah, we were saying something else. What was going on before the Discord thing?
You were talking about buying 2 copies of the game.
Oh yeah, talking about buying 2 copies of the game, but also just let us know what you think of the game. I wanna get that conversation going because obviously we all dig it, but why do we dig it? Let's talk about it. And for people who are not playing the game, they can see how excited the community is. So in typical Tastecast fashion, we have 2 videos we're gonna be watching. Pretty short videos. One is about Red Dead Redemption 2. Apparently there were some leaks, and there might be a Battle Royale mode and a first-person version coming at launch. And then we have a video showcasing the Ryu gameplay and Street Fighter gestures for Monster Hunter World. So, anybody have anything to say before what?
Okay.
You're watching them in the 3rd tab.
Me and you're just going to watch him. Fucking Chris can just listen. Chris, that sounds really nice. Sorry, Chris. You don't sound like that at all.
I don't know.
You don't know what you sound like?
I don't like to listen to myself talk.
Oh, I listen to myself talk all the time. It's a real problem. All right, now I sound like a psychopath. Anyway, let's get into the first video. Red Dead Redemption 2. Both videos by RX Gaming, of course, because we watch a lot of him. Let's do it.
Yo, what's going on guys, Alex here, welcome back to another video, and today we are talking about Red Dead Redemption 2, a game that I'm sure is up there on many of your most anticipated lists, mine included, and as such it's something I'll be aiming to keep you guys up to date on as the year goes on. With that being said, the reason for the video today is because this week some rather interesting information surfaced that points to the game potentially having a Battle Royale mode, a first-person option, and a few other interesting things on top, so I figured we'd talk about that really quickly. If you enjoyed this video, then a like would be super appreciated, and be sure to comment down below
on your behalf
of all of this. So to begin with, this information came from Trusted Reviews. The original post is linked below. It's based on a leak they received at the end of last year, but in light of the more recent promotional material released officially from Rockstar, it seems that some of that information was indeed confirmed. That being said, it should still go without saying that any information of this caliber should still be taken with a pinch of salt until it's officially confirmed by Rockstar themselves.
Although leaks nowadays are pretty much fucking just confirmations.
The first bit of information pertains to the game's online mode. Much like the first one, Red Dead Redemption 2 will have a separate online mode for those of you wishing to play together and explore the world, but within that, there'll be modes for you to enjoy it too. Modes such as Revive and Survive, that'll pit two teams against one another as they try and stay alive. You have a limited time window to revive any downed teammates, so it's sort of like elimination. You also have Money Grab, which will see two teams fighting to secure money bags and then return them to their own bases. And there's also a listed Battle Royale mode. Now, there's not actually any information on this one, but this is one that I want to speak more about. It's hardly surprising, given the recent boom in popularity for Battle Royale game modes, that a big developer would want to try their hand at it too. I'm sure by now you've all either heard of, or maybe even played, some type of Battle Royale experience. H1Z1, Armor Battle Royale, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, Fortnite BR, the upcoming mode...
Fucking shout out to RX for talking about one of the OG ones.
That final one isn't really in a conventional sense. It's a game mode that started out pretty niche, something that was introduced by
a lot about character
communities. However,
talking about where it came
following
from.
the success of PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, it's a mode that a lot of developers are paying more attention to. VR games are incredibly fun, providing some of the most nail-biting moments in gaming, and quite frankly, I'm surprised we still haven't seen it work its way into some of the more obvious titles like...
If there's VR in this game, I'm like fucking gone.
Very quickly, if you guys aren't familiar...
I'm leaving this fucking dimension.
Players are dropped into a map, usually around 100 players. You start with no weapons, no gear. You have to go around picking up items as you go, finding your weapons, your armor, and you take out anyone that crosses your path. The playable zone gets progressively smaller until players are forced into the center, and you fight till you're the last one standing. It's a simple concept, but it's incredibly fun to play.
I don't
and
get
it's
it.
something that for sure
Was the circle going to be in this, a forest
when
fire?
you consider the vast open map, the plethora of weapons available, the methods of transport. It's for sure
that's a good idea, Chevy.
And I, for one, would love to see
Hit Rockstar and be like, I know your secrets. Add forest fires.
Big fans of Battle
And then be
Royale?
like, hey,
Would you
we're
love to see
going
this
to
worked into Red Dead
hire
Redemption,
you, you're
or
going to
is
do
it
some
not
work
really
for
your
us, we're
thing?
not going to
Let me
pay
know
you,
in
and
the
we're going to
comments down
fire you.
below. However, on top of that,
Typical
a few additional notes
Rockstar
on the
fashion.
online components. Much like GTA Online, players will also be free to roam the open world. Rewards will be handed out for players completing certain tasks. And there'll also be housing equivalent to that of GTA Online apartments, only this time they're not going to be quite so fancy, and they'll be tents. The development notes also suggested that there would be an accompanying companion app working in social elements, so that'll help you guys keep up to date when you're out and about.
Make it
However,
fucking worth
online to
it.
talk more
People always
broadly
make
about
those, and I'm like,
gameplay, There's some notes on some of the types of transport you can expect in game, things like minecarts, handcarts, horse-drawn carriages, the sorts of things you'd expect. Plus, there'll be railway trains that can be used across larger distances. There's a load of open world gathering for you to do, which will open up crafting options. However, possibly the most interesting thing listed in these notes was the mention that the campaign and the multiplayer will be able to be played both in third person and in first person. For those of you that have played GTA 5, you'll know that first person mode was something introduced a little bit further down the line, so to know that it will be present from the start in Red Dead Redemption 2 is pretty cool.
That is really cool because it really kind of makes you appreciate the amount of detail in that world.
But
When
for
you're
the time
first
being,
person.
that's pretty much it. Just a quick news roundup of some pretty interesting information. Again, the entire article is listed down below if you guys want to read it for yourself. But otherwise, thank you very much for watching. Take it easy. Catch you next time. Peace out.
I'm gonna take it easy. RX, I always take it easy, okay?
Yeah, I tried to.
Yeah, so just starting off, let's talk about Battle Royale. I think it's a really good idea. Obviously, it's popular, so that's why they're doing it. But I think it will lend itself to this game really well. Like I said, I've said multiple times, the genre is growing now, and it's not established fully yet. So people carving out their own piece of that pie is really important. And I think having a Western third-person Battle Royale mode with horses or whatever in like, you know, old West environments that were making a huge map anyway, I think it's going to suit it really well. I think it's smart that they're they're making the single player and the multiplayer like they would have done anyway, but just adding it as a mode, it's going to be fucking popular. It's going to do really well. I can already tell. Unless by then, by the time it releases, people are just done with this, but it doesn't seem like it's dying anytime soon. So I think now's the time, and they're doing it. So it makes sense. I actually didn't expect it. So when I heard that, I was like, oh, it's interesting, but it makes sense.
Yeah, I didn't expect it either. I also, it's good for most people, and I'm glad they're
But not for me.
But like the majority of this video wasn't for me at all. Nothing in here. I don't care about the first person. I don't care about Battle Royale. I don't even care about the online components. I'm literally going to be buying this game for the single player.
You didn't play the online in the other one?
For like 5 minutes.
You can play with other people. You can play with people. Like,
yeah, and you could do little repetitive co-op missions that gave you rewards that didn't matter. So,
that was a long time ago, Chevy.
Sure, and if they make it better, cool. But
what if it's like an
as
MMO?
far as my as far as my experiences now with it, and after seeing how GTO was handled, it's a neat idea. There's nothing in there for me. So
the only thing GTO fucking didn't work for me is when you do the way their system is to get into missions and stay together after missions is so fucking bad.
Yeah.
That I don't want to play it. The rest of the game is amazing. I would love to fucking just play that and play that and play that. But every time I do, it's me and friends like, okay, we're all in the same lobby. I can't connect. Okay, restart it. Okay, we're all here. Okay, yeah. And then we play it, and then it just disbands everybody.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, that's way too much of a fucking process. Or it puts you in some random server with a bunch of assholes who are already in the middle of a gunfight and they're driving over you in a fucking pink Lamborghini.
Well, and
It was very specific.
I want to emphasize I am excited for this game and I am looking forward to it. This video was for everybody else. So
it was for me. I'm really excited. It's fucking dope.
What about for Chris? Was it for Chris?
Oh boy, westerns.
Oh yeah.
Boy, first-person shooter games.
It's not first-person shooter.
Third person.
Whatever. Oh boy, PvP.
You don't like PvP? You don't like being the dominant cowboy?
I'm never the dominant cowboy. I'm always the first ones to die.
So, I like how, oh boy, first person shooter, Overwatch. Oh boy, PvP, Overwatch.
That's more of an arcade shooter.
It's
instead of a
straight up
shooter,
PvP.
It's one of the few instances I enjoy, yes. But it's different because it's more of like there's different roles. It's more of like an RPG aspect to it.
Yeah, he plays at co-op.
Yeah, he does. That's a good point. Yeah, so I'm really excited, guys. Let us know in the comments. Are you excited about it? Are you with them? Are you like not necessarily into PvP unless it's Overwatch, or not really into? Just let us know what you think about it. It's even if you're not into it, I mean, like that's quite a bit of shit they're adding to the game.
No,
It's
for
a
sure.
lot of
Like I
stuff.
said, I'm excited for the people this is for.
Yeah, and seeing what they did with 5-man and the wait up until this game's gonna be fucking huge, man. Rockstar Games, I don't know how they do it. They're huge, and the next game comes out, and it's fucking bigger, and the world's established with people throwing fucking cups in trash and pick up newspapers and.
Well, and it's been like almost a decade since they've made a game at this point, so
Yeah, so it's just like they're. It sounds like such a headache to make games that they make because they're so fucking visceral and just detailed. So, and then they're adding this shit. I'm just like, man, I love playing your games, but I would never want to do what you do. Yeah. Next video, real short one, which is probably good because we talked for a long time. Chevy, yeah, you're right. Chevy's correcting me on this. And this is already going. So yeah, we're gonna be watching the Ryu stuff. It's like 3 minutes long.
okay.
You guys ready?
Oh yeah.
Why is everybody laughing at me? Because I'm fucking up.
I mean,
Man, look at this guy.
It's not that you're fucking up; it's how you're fucking
This
up.
motherfucker doesn't know how to use the internet. How old are you? 31? Yes, I am. That's a good guess. Let's do it.
Yo, what's going on, guys?
Hi, Ryu.
Welcome back to
He's
another
breaking his
Monster
arm.
Hunter World video. Just a really quick one today, but I want to take a
Yeah,
moment
that
to show you
hurts.
guys
I'm, like,
gameplay
popping and
of
shit.
Ryu in action in Monster Hunter World. If you saw the trailer from the other week, then you'll know that we're going to be getting some Street Fighter collaboration armor sets.
His
and
hands are
gestures in-game
his
very
feet
soon.
are
Much
fucking
like the
huge.
Horizon Zero Dawn quest,
His hands and feet are always
delivered
huge.
through event quests.
Well, since
The
4.
first one will allow you to craft and earn the Ryu armor set. Meanwhile, the second one,
Imagine getting
coming
kicked
later,
with that big
will
foot.
allow you to be
Foot.
Sakura. These are complete armor sets, meaning they must be worn as a whole and you can't mix and match them.
Makes sense.
As mentioned before, I imagine this is because the entire costume combined changes the actual character model, so it's likely tied to that.
That looks
But
so
regardless, these will be coming to the
What are
game
you doing
very
in that
soon.
world?
There's still
Yeah,
no
I'm
exact
not
date
used to
when
seeing
the
Ryu
costume
like
available
this.
yet, so I'll keep you
Ryu.
posted on that.
You-
During the stream,
you hate
they showed off
Kitamura.
the armor and also the two gestures, Hadouken and Shoryuken. Both
Shoryuken.
gestures do a tiny bit of damage, much like the
Hop,
Sumo
Bugaboo, you
Slash
can-
from the Deluxe Edition or the Shadow Boxing Evolved. Things like that. Hadouken appears to do around 11 damage to a weak point, or at least against this Barroth. Meanwhile, Shoryuken does about 2. So they're not exactly big damage dealers, they're just there more for fun. But for anyone
it's
looking to
funny
do a
they
challenge
actually
run,
do
and I
that.
know
Yeah,
there are
that's
people
cool.
out there that are going to do this, then you can use the gestures to try and kill
They should
a
put
monster.
Goku in the
I'm definitely
game.
going to try it when it comes
I
out.
want to be able to do a
For the time
Kamehameha.
being, that's really all there is to it. I just wanted to put this together to show you guys some gameplay of it. It was from the Capcom TV live stream. They often do this. They kind of just stream different
I
parts of
wanna
the
see
game. They
someone
talk about
just
new
beat the whole
content,
game
stuff
that
like
way.
So it's a good thing to
Someone's
try
gonna do
out.
it.
But either way,
They
I'll
are.
let you guys
Someone will
watch the
definitely do it.
gameplay. And as mentioned, as soon as we get a date for the quest, I'll be sure to let you guys know.
Chris
If
is
you missed
gonna
any of
have to
yesterday's
make
videos,
multiple
be sure to check
PSN
out the channel.
accounts.
We had a video from Welcome to Paradise
Because we got
explaining
an
some damage.
Aloy,
Video showing you
then he's
guys
gonna
how
have to have a
get the
Ryu.
Rocksteady mantle. I've got plenty more videos on the way.
Just
For the
delete
time
one of your
being,
3.
Thank you for watching. Take it
So
easy.
Chris, what do you
Catch
do
next
these
time.
days? Well, I
Peace
work
out.
to pay for all my PSN accounts.
I'm trying to maintain my PSNs. I guess there's more there. I'm just like, all right, it's over.
I'm done.
ロシアにかけて頭に行きましょう昇竜拳当たんない昇竜拳
I just like shot it.
出てる確かにあれが大事なんやね
パチパチってこれ
ほんまやちゃんと値が
I do like how your forecaster is just like this glowiness on his arm.
来た
昇竜拳
This is ridiculous.
ちょっと分かりづらいのか
Now, yeah, it's adding
しいよ昇竜拳
him and Sakura, right?
昇竜拳と
Yeah.
昇竜拳だけでモンスター倒すみたいなね初めてのステップレー
I think it's cool. I like the full conversion. I think the Aloy one is, well, we don't have it, but the what the fuck are they called? The Watcher, where the hell?
Yes, Watcher.
Yeah, that that's a pretty neat skin. But yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like that the gesture does damage. It's kind of neat because like
it is neat, yeah.
yeah, just because like you could do it and it's cool, but like that it even affects the monster is fun, funny.
What does it remind me of? There's another game that if you use like the social emotes and it actually hit something, it would do like 1 or 2 damage, and I can't even think.
Yeah, I don't remember
Smash,
what it is either.
Smash Brothers, there's certain taunts that'll do damage if
I
you
don't
hit
know
them
shit
just
about
right.
no Smash.
I'm just telling you.
I don't fucking know shit about Smash, dog. I know a little bit about it.
I know Pikachu's in it.
Yeah. I don't know shit about no Pika Smash.
There's also some guy in green, tights or whatever with a little sword. Ah! No.
Richard Simmons?
Yes, Richard Lincoln.
Yes, that one. Yes.
Yeah, I remember him in that in Smash. Yeah, so Ryu looks cool.
Looks cool. I'm glad to see them. There was one thing we had brought up before with previous iterations of the games. They had DLCs that were like cross promotion stuff, and I know some people aren't into them. I am. I think it's neat. It's fun. That's the whole
I like
point.
it. Yeah.
You don't have to use it. I mean, it's just
I always kind of dig too when different companies kind of share assets. I think it's a fun like way to branch communities of like people like this game, people like that game. We're kind of sharing the community with each other now.
Well, I think it's funny too because like Guerrilla Games just seems to be handing out Aloy. Here, put Horizon Zero Dawn.
I think they're really excited about how awesome their game is, and I think it did really well.
Sure.
But I also feel like there's still people who didn't play it, and it's like that game is like top notch. You should fucking play it. So
Chris.
Yeah, Chris, what you find it? You find what you're looking for? You find your copy of Horizon Zero Dawn?
Oh,
Is
yeah.
that what you're looking for? I really want to see a Nathan Drake though. I don't think it's gonna happen, but I think it'd be kind of funny because with the fucking what are they called? The bugs, the fucking grappling hook off of. Help me, Chris. Oh no.
Yeah, whatever. The grappling bugs.
They're new.
We're all noobs.
Yet.
But it'd be cool if like he used his rope to like swing across there, and he could like use his taunts and have him talk and stuff, and maybe have like some kind of drop kick or something like that as a gesture because he drops kicks people and shit. So
That's definitely more for an American audience, but I would like to see it. So
yeah.
well, I mean, they put Aloy in the game, so
The lineup has a Mega Man listed as one of the upcoming events.
is it Mega Man always though?
Yeah, I see him a lot.
Yeah, but it's not like smooth modeled Mega Man. It's like this pixelated
Pixel.
blocky Mega Man for
Yeah.
your cat.
This
Yeah.
ain't smooth, the Mega Man. This ain't the Mega Man you used to know. This fucking show's the Mega Man. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm getting tired. I'm getting old. Yeah, anything else we want to talk about on Ryu adding Nathan Drake to the game?
I just hope because right now it seems like even if the content's small, it seems like they're constantly working on something coming out. I just want to see that continue. So
To be.
I want to see.
I would love to see Nier
Jill
Automata
Valentine.
stuff, but
I want to see a Jill Valentine and a Chris Redfield skin.
those are probably gonna be likely being their Capcom properties.
No. What about Sheva?
No.
Sheva.
There's no no.
Nah, not that. We got enough of that.
No.
Yeah, I'd like to see other companies, and obviously Guerrilla, we've already established is being very friendly with a lot of different people when it comes to that. But I want to see other companies cross promote with them too. I think it'd be fun.
You know what I want to see? If they're gonna throw in Tree Trunk and fucking Jill Valentine, you might as well make a monster that's fucking Nemesis. That just slowly walks around like stars.
Why don't they just turn Clifford into a liquor?
And that'd be cool too.
Yeah.
But then I can fucking bug glaive all over his head with stars. He shoots a fucking bazooka at people and it uses his tentacles. He'd be perfect.
A good one I think that they could do because they have a weapon already implemented very similar to it would be it'd be really hard to get, but Cloud would be a good one to implement.
Yeah, just put Final Fantasy VII in the game. That'd be cool.
Just the whole game.
I'm losing my mind. Let us know in the comments. Have you ever lost your mind? What'd you say? Was it weird? And what do you think about Ryu being in Monster Hunter? Does it look cool? Do you like the gestures? Do you like that they do damage? Who'd you like to see them add? And yeah, I think that's going to do it for this episode of Tastecast, episode 52. As always, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy this episode. Make sure to check out all of our other episodes. Check us out on Tumblr, Twitter, and I put those two together. Go to Tumblr, Twitter, and Facebook at Tasty Loot Gaming. And check out streams on the channel. If you miss them, they're uploaded always. Check me out on Twitch at Sleep Division, all one word. Check Chris out on Twitch at Tasty_fruit. And until the next episode, which will be next Tuesday for Tasty Tuesday. Probably do some streams between here and then. My name's Seth.
I'm Chevy.
I'm Chris.
And yeah, have a good weekend, guys, and take it easy.
Also, Discord description box.
Discord, join us in Discord. Let's share some memes, dude. Everybody likes memes.
That's how I talk these days, anyways.
Yeah.